watching. I know still one of the most popular trends in weddings these days is still kind of the rustic look. And one of the things that people are using a lot for centerpieces are mason jars. They'll use them for favors, different things like that. And I think one of the most fun things to get is something that you can actually enjoy eating for a favor. So like a mason jar cookie is a really great idea. And you can certainly personalize these either for a birthday, a wedding, whatever you want, just with putting a little bit of a tag on the front of the mason jar. So one of the things I'm going to show you is a little bit of a chalkboard label that's going to look really great on there as well. So I went ahead and filled in one of the cookies. This is basically, you know, kind of the standard way that you work with a royal icing or color flow icing. So all I'm going to do is put the border on and I'll let that set up a minute and then I go back and fill it in. And then the top I do in white. Okay, and you're just going to do a little bit of a border there. And then once that sets up for about a minute, we'll go back and fill it in. But let me just go ahead and show you. I've already got one cookie filled in there, and I rolled out some gum paste, and I have the powdered sugar on here, which kind of leads to it looking like a chalkboard. You don't have to worry about that coming off, because that's the effect that you're really looking for. So I'm just going to set that aside, and you can kind of rub it where the darker sparkles are kind of faded a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little tool. You can take like a toothpick, or, you know, the end of one of your gum paste tools. I'm just going to basically put a little dot there, and that just kind of makes it look like it's more of an actual chalkboard label, that it's got some detail that's purposely given there. So I'm just going to go around and put a little dot in each scallop there. And then if you want to, you can go back and put your initials in there, or the monogram. So what I've got here is actually a little bit of Ultra Super Pearl dust. And I've got a little bit of vodka in here. You could use a pure lemon extract if you don't like the vodka, but it's basically 1 part to 1 part, and you just kind of mix it up with a paintbrush. And this right here would be a little bit too drippy. You can see that I'll do it on a little scrap piece here. If I put it on there, I really don't have any control over there. It's a little bit too drippy. So what I'm going to do is add just a little bit more of the dust, and you can get this dust at sweetwise.com. And if you accidentally mix up too much, like, wow, I've been using so much powder and I'm only putting one little monogram on there, it doesn't go to waste. Just let this stay out and it'll evaporate. And then you can put that dust right back in the jar. Just make sure it's 100% dry. So then what you can do, if you just have a fine tip brush, and I'm not going to take a lot of time to do it, whatever your monogram is, I'm just going to put 1 letter here. And probably you want to use a finer tip brush than I've got here. But just, you can paint 1 layer, let it dry a few minutes, and then go back and darken it up if you want. But using this kind of looks like chalk once you have it all dry and on there. And again, you don't want to get rid of any of that little dust. It kind of adds to that chalkboard effect. So then what you can do is just go back, and you'll want to make sure these dry thoroughly. I just made these, so I'm not going to set it on there. But just put a little dot of your royal icing, and I'll just set it on there lightly. And then it leaves you a little bit of a label. You can also tie a little raffia ribbon around the top of the jar. And then you can use this same dust to go back and paint the lid so that it looks like it's got a little bit of a metallic look to it, and that'll be really cute. So that's the mason jar cookie. I hope you'll take a look at that cookie cutter as well as some of the other new ones that we have in stock. Sweetwise.com. I think you're going to have fun with it. Thanks for watching.